Hello soulmates, you're welcome back to my channel. So in today's video you'll be learning how to sew this trendy BuBu gown. It's very detailed and it is beginners friendly. So guys, you're welcome back to my channel. So if today is your first time of tuning in, until you're welcome, and if you're an old subscribers, until you're welcome as well. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell so you get notified when next I post a new video. So right, let's go into the video now. So these are the materials I'll be using: the Ankara fabric, the plain material, your ashoke, then the design, that black design for the front and the sleeve. Of course, your scissors and your tape rule and your shock they're going to use to shock the fabric. So guys, let's go into the video properly. So guys, the first thing to do is to fold your fabric into two like this. So when you're done folding, you mark your bust line, your under bust, then your hip line. So having taken that measurement, the next thing is to take your shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 7 inches. Then you will take your sleeve measurement on that same fabric, that is that same point, from that point. So 10 inches, because I'm still going to add 2 inches plain material, the orange material. I'm still going to add 2 inches. So that 2 inches plus that will be 12 inches altogether. Do you understand? So from that shoulder, the last point, from the sleeve point, I measure down 10 inches. That's for this breadth, the wideness of the sleeve. Then on the bust point, I measured my bust divided by 4. I added 3 inches altogether to it. Like I added 3 inches allowance, and that 3 inches will be 6 inches altogether. You know, the fabric is on fold. Do you understand? So 3 inches in two places will be 6 inches. I hope you understand that. So the under bust, I made my under bust, I added 2 inches. I did the same thing for the hip, measurement. Do you get? So I added 3 inches all through. So I added 3 inches all through. That is all the measurement divided by 4 plus 3. Do you understand? My hip divided by my hip, which is 14, divided by 4, 10, then plus 3, it gives me 13. Do you understand to that point? So I will connect those lines together, then I will cut that out. This is my back piece, guys. This is my back piece. So on the sleeve, I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'll go ahead now and cut that out. I'll cut the back. So the one I'm cutting now, the one I'm measuring out now is the back. So I'll now use the back to cut the front. Just watch the way I'm going to go about it. It's very easy to understand. So guys, I need to bring the cutting of the front to the floor, because as I've said earlier, my table is not wide enough. So this is the back piece. I'm placing it on the front piece now, and I'm placing it right side on the right side. Do you understand? The right side of the front is facing the right side of the back, so that by the time I'm done cutting the front piece, the placement of the plain material will not be placed wrongly. Do you understand? So I place it right side by right side, this way. So to determine the placement of the plain material at the front, I took my measurements from the shoulder line to the hip line. My hip line is 23, so I came down by 2 inches. Like I added 2 inches to that 23, to make it 25. Okay, that's what I'm trying to like mark on the front piece. On the style, the plain material was placed slantly on the front piece. So on the right side, it started from the hip line. If you check hip line, then on the left side it was down at the knee side. So for the knee side, I marked 31 inches. So on the hip side I marked 25. Do you understand? But I later increased the one of 31 to 33, just the way you see me do. Then I will connect the lines together this way and cut that part out. So guys, I placed the plain material on the Ankara, just the way you see me do now. So I placed it properly for it to sit very well under the Ankara fabric. So I'll place the back piece now on the material, on the plain material. Do you understand? Just to get the length, the actual length, like the full gown length. So then now I'm going to cut out the full length, like the way you see me do now. I'm going to cut it out. So guys, I'm done cutting out the full length now. So I'll go ahead and use my office pin to pin down the Ankara fabric on the plain material, just like this. So guys, when you are done attaching your office pin to it this way, you flip your Ankara like this, then you cut out the excess of the plain material. But make sure you don't cut exactly on where you pin. Make sure you add you leave extra half inch for you to sew it. Do you understand? So that's that for that. Then let's go to the cutting of the front, where we're going to place the ashoke. So I want you to pay attention here so that you get the placement of that ashoke. Do you understand? So from your shoulder line, you measure 13 inches. Okay, measure 13 inches. If you look at the style, you see that the ashoke stops at the under bust. So measure 13 inches. Then for the wideness of the neckline, for this upper part, I marked 5 inches. Okay, by the time I place the ashoke, it will come back to the normal size I want. Do you understand? So mark 5 inches. I marked 5 inches there. So at the 13 inches, you mark 2 inches, guys. 2 inches. So I marked 2 inches there. And at the middle point, that 13 inches, 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So on that point of 6.5, you mark 2.5. So I went in by 2.5. Do you understand? Just the way I'm doing it now. I went in, you go in by 2.5. Then you connect it. You connect the 2 inches to the 2.5. then the 2.5 to the 5 inches at the neckline, at the shoulder line rather, just the way I'm doing it now. So you cut that out. So guys, this is the back. I used 3 by 2.5 inches for the back neckline. So the wideness is 3 inches, then the depth is 1.5. So I will connect it this way, then I will cut that out. So this is the ashoke I'm going to use for this particular style. I have this size of ashoke. I cut it into 2, like I have this size in 2 places now. So this is how I'm going to iron that out. Like I'm going to iron it into 2 places like that. Like I'll fold it and iron. Do you understand? The way you see me do it. So guys, if you have watched up to this extent, please hit on the subscribe button if you are yet to subscribe, and also turn your notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much. So this is the way I'm going to sew it. Do you see? I'm going to place my ashoke on it this way and sew. So this I'm going to place the ashoke on it and sew. So but before then, I'm going to notch that edge, the way where I'm touching right now. I am going to notch it. But please, this is where I want the ashoke to stand anyway after I'm done sewing it. So that part I'm going to give it a little notch. But guys, please don't notch it straight. Let it be slant. Let it be slant so that by the time you are done sewing, it will be easy for you to fold that down part inward. Okay, as I continue with the style, with the sewing, you understand what I am trying to say. So I've gone ahead to my sewing machine to sew the ashoke on the fabric. So I'm going to flip the ashoke inward. Do you see the way I'm doing it? If you don't get it, please, I want to watch that part again. So you flip it in like this. After flipping it in, that down end needs to be sewn too. Do you understand? So I'm here to sew that part. So you're going to flip the ankara upward. Like you see the way I'm going to flip it now to show you where you are going to sew. You can either stop stitch on it that way, or you sew this down part, but I'm going to sew this down part that I'm showing you now. Okay, then I'll still stop stitch it. So I'll take my sewing machine now and sew before stop stitching. So I've gone to the sewing machine to sew. I'm trying to show you here to see that I've sewn it, but I used a machine thread, so the thread is not really showing on the fabric. Do you get? So I'm going to cut off the excess now of the ashoke. So I'll flip the ashoke to the right side now. Then I will go ahead, I will give it a good press, I will iron it, then I will stitch it. Like I will do a top stitching on it. It's even without ironing, it is looking neat already. Do you understand? So at this point I'm going to top stitch it. So the next thing is to place this design on the fabric. So this is how we're going to place it. We're going to place it at the center of the ankara and the plain material this way. So it's going to be at the middle like this, and I'm going to run just a stitch at the middle like that. So I'm gonna have to just stitch it at the middle, so it's going to look that way. So at this point I'm going to cut off the excess of the ashoke. I'll cut it this way. So guys, this is the back piece and I have turned it. I'm going to join the shoulder. So I've joined the shoulder and also stop stitch the ashoke a little bit because I don't want the bust to be too revealing. I don't want the ashoke to reveal the bust at all. So on the shoulder part, I'm going to add the plain material. So this is a 4 inches plain material folded into 2. So I'm going to join that to the shoulder for both. I'm going to join that, to the sleeve. That will be on the both sleeve. So I've joined that to the both sleeve. So I've joined the plain material to the sleeve. So I will go ahead and iron it. So I'll take it to my ironing table and iron. So this is the outcome, guys. I've ironed it. So it is the right time now to put the design on the sleeve. So I'm going to put it the way I place the center front. So I'm going to place it in between the Ankara and the plain material to bring out the beauty. So I've done that now. I've stitched but on this sleeve I stitch it twice on 2 different places so that it will look firm on the sleeve. So having joined the design to the sleeve, so the next thing to do now is to determine where the side pocket is going to be on the fabric, on the cloth. So I'll place the Ankara this way. So from the shoulder line, I'll measure 16 inches. This is the black material I'll be using for the pocket. So but before then, I need to determine where the pocket is going to be. So from the shoulder, I measured 16 inches. I marked that 16 inches, and from that 16 inches, I marked 7 inches downward. That's the wideness of the pocket. That will be the wideness of the pocket. So I'm going to add the pocket to the both side of the dress. So for the wideness of the pocket is 7 inches. From the 16 inches, I marked down 7 inches. So after you're done with that, guys, after adding the pocket, the next thing is to join both sides and you are good to go. So here's the finished look of the dress, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.